looking ahead to your next fight, in your opinion, how likely is a Manny Pacquiao bout?
Um, I don't know. Uh, I really don't know. You know, at this time, I'm not. It's a fight I would love to have. Because, he's a future. But to me, he's a Hall of Famer right now. So he's a Hall of Famer and things like that. But I don't know. It's really up to Pacquiao.
Hmm.
Myself, I'm not gonna stress over it. Like I said, I'm just gonna enjoy my time off and then keep working. And when it's time to get back in there, then I'll be ahead of schedule.
Now, we know Terrence Crawford was ringside at your fight. Do you ever get tired of being asked about him?
I just get tired of people asking me about him when I got a fight coming up. Like
Yeah.
people asking about Terrence Crawford when there's like 2 days till I fight Danny Garcia. I'm like, yo, ask me about Duke, and I just be like, yeah, I feel like you've been dismissive of, Danny Garcia.
Yeah.
Ask me about this guy when I'm fighting this guy. But, when I don't have a fight coming up, I don't get tired of it. I mean, it is what it is. It comes with the territory. I mean, when you got both one of the best welterweights, same weight class, you gonna get those questions.
Now, some would argue that he hasn't fought the same level of opposition you have, yet many consider him equal to you. Would you agree with that? Is that something that bothers you, or what's your take?
It don't bother me. The guy can fight, but as opponent wise, I mean, I feel like he hasn't faced the opponents that I faced. But I mean, I guess if you're going by eyeball test, he passed the eyeball test. But I mean, as far as and accomplishments, he's done that. But as far as opponents, I feel like I'm over him in that category.
So one fighter you said you're not interested in facing is Keith Thurman. So I wanted to pose just sort of a hypothetical question to you. If Keith were to come back and beat your Dennis Ugas impressively, or maybe you would beat Sean Porter, maybe even stop one of those guys and have good ratings, is calling you out and is calling you out and so forth, would you consider it then? Would you consider fighting him? Or how about a Porter rematch?
I don't know. I mean, Porter rematch may be good. I mean, the first one was an exciting fight. I don't know if the second will go how the first one went. That'll be a great fight.
So you're not Thurman? No.
I don't know.
Ugas is another top welterweight you haven't faced. What are your thoughts on him as a fighter? Is he also a legitimate guy, potential opponent?
Yeah, I like Uzi. Uzi, he's a real fighter. He's a guy that I feel like they'll fight anybody, and he's been doing the thing. Well, he's like on a win streak now. Then he lose like it's like 6 fights something. Now he's like on a win streak.
Yeah, he had a couple losses earlier in his career. Yeah.
Yeah, early in his career now, like he on a win streak. So he's been doing the thing, and I like him as a fighter. And I mean that could be a potential fight.
As you all heard on the audio, Errol Spence was on the PBC podcast discussing the possibility of Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence fight next in 2021, in which Errol Spence made it clear it's all up to Manny Pacquiao. The ball is in his field. As far as Errol Spence, he been won in this fight. That's no secret. However, when it comes to Manny Pacquiao, recently he has showed a lot of interest in facing the truth. this is the most vocal he have been on fighting Errol Spence. In fact, Manny Pacquiao congratulated Errol Spence for his victory against Danny Garcia. Shortly after, the Senator Pac-Man contacted the head of his promotion, Sean, informing him that Errol Spence looked good, he was impressed by the truth, and most importantly, he wants to fight, which turned out to be the biggest news of the week, especially when the truth made his return, while Manny Pacquiao wanting to seek out the truth in Errol Spence. Furthermore, when it comes to all of this news, obviously, we are being optimistic about the fight happening. However, currently, in this moment in time, there's nothing on pen and paper. It's all talks for now. The fight is possible. However, for the fight to actually take place and come to fruition is all up to Manny Pacquiao. Both of them have the same manager, which is no other than the best manager in the game, Al Heyman. Therefore, the fight is very possible. The only roadblock right now is that it takes two to rumble. So if both parties really want to fight each other, the fight will happen. The only black cloud that's over this fight is really Pac-Man team and what they think about the truth. Not too long ago, my broski, my Akhi Dante, he interviewed Freddie Roach, Manny Pacquiao trainer, in which he asked Freddie Roach, who is the next pound for pound king? Who is the future pound for pound number one once Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao retire? And with no hesitation, Freddie Roach responded by stating, who's that man from Texas? Errol Spence. Yep, that's the one. That's how highly Pac-Man trainer Freddie thinks of Errol Spence. And I don't even have to go back that far. Leading up to the Sean Porter fight, Freddie Roach came out and claimed that pound for pound number one and number two is between Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. Therefore, as far as I know, Freddie Roach will try to talk Manny Pacquiao out of this fight as much as possible. So will his family members, so on and so forth. Most likely they're going to try to push for a Conor McGregor fight, because regardless of how Errol Spence looked against Danny Garcia, that 70 to 80% Errol Spence still outdid Porter and Keith Thurman at 100% against Danny Garcia. That being said, it's all up to Pac-Man. If Pacquiao want this fight will happen. It's that simple. Because PBC will do whatever it takes to host this fight on Fox Sport. This fight is equivalent to Oscar versus Pac-Man, Oscar versus Floyd Mayweather. This will be Errol Spence coming out party. This fight will take Errol Spence to new heights, to the superstar pay-per-view level, if he's able to put on a statement against Pac-Man, in which I truly believe if Errol gets this opportunity, he will try his hardest to score a knockout, which Errol Spence has a high probability of doing so. So in the comment section below, drop your comments, subscribe below. If you're trying to get smart about a minute, if you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't. And listen to these decafs. Click on the notification bell to get notified every time I post or go live on Split Decision. It's a boxing debate / talk show, mixed, master, engineer, produced by yours truly, Akhi, the past, present, and future undisputed pound for pound when it comes to debate. I got these decafs shook. They scared to look every time Akhi's on TV, because the truth is always bad news for these decafs. The truth is the decaf's kryptonite. With that being stated, subscribe, click on the notification bell, and to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace, and we out here.